friends, this is the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for tuning in this month for your monthly Suncasts for the new moon cycle. We have a super new moon in the sign of Aries from April 7th. The cycle goes through to May 6th, and so we're going to be doing the individual sign readings for each of the 12 signs. Before that, just a couple quick announcements. I want to thank everyone who posted their questions on my Facebook page during the month of March. We were going through an eclipse season, which was a very interesting time of the year for all of us. So just to try and help out a little bit, I did do about 40 free mini readings, 2-card readings for those of you who subscribe to my channel and liked my Facebook page. And again, I'm so happy for the overwhelming response to that offer, and I was so happy and thrilled by the feedback that I received. I decided that I'm going to be offering the 2-card mini readings as a regular service. So if you have a burning question, or if you would like to just try out a reading with me, you can go to my website and you can order a Sun Insight 2-card mini reading. And the great thing about this is that if you do the mini reading and you love it and you decide that you want a full 60 to 90 minute reading with me, I will credit the cost of the mini reading to your full reading. So you'll pay a discounted price for that full reading. Again, thank you so much for everyone who posted your questions, and the mini readings, just so you know, will be delivered either by email or by messenger on Facebook, okay? So thank you again. Now, we are, as I said, in a super new moon cycle, and this new moon is in Aries. So, you know, as with all new moons, this is a period of new beginnings, but the great thing about the super moon, you know, it is closer to us, closer to the earth, and may very well be visible to everyone. It's going to have a greater influence on us and our life choices. The new moon in Aries is going to really push us to do something new and to see that we have outgrown our old way of being and thinking, okay? So things are not going to be the same as they were at the beginning of 2016. Now, we do have a Mars retrograde, which is from April 17th through to June 29th. That's in Scorpio. So that's going to be affecting Scorpio and the sign of Aries strongest. That is a time not to push forward with plans. It really is a time to take a look at what you've already done, strategize about what you've already done. You don't want to put new plans into action. Some things that you put into action may kind of lose their momentum. So you want to really go back over things that you've been thinking about, reworking your projects, rethinking connections or relationships, you know, to be sure that this is exactly what you want. It's a brilliant time for resting. It's an excellent time to recharge your batteries, and then you get ready to launch forward when Mars moves direct, and that will be in June, okay? We also have our friend Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Taurus. And I'm sure everyone is familiar with that. Not really a time to move forward with communications or really start a new job or start a new project. You know, if you have to, if you get a job during that time and, you know, you really need to take it, then you take it, of course. But know that whatever you put into motion during a Mercury retrograde, it may change when Mercury goes forward. So with Mercury retrograde and with Mars retrograde, you just want to rework things that you've already been planning or that you've already put into action between now, the new moon in Aries, and say the mid-month. You want to get your ducks in a row and move forward, and then as the planets are going backwards, kind of sit back and review everything that you've done before. Again, this has to do with relationships, business, any type of projects you're working on. The point of astrology is that it is a weather report for us. It's a weather report for human affairs. So if the forecast says it's going to be rainy one day, you want to take your umbrella and your rain boots, okay? You don't want to go out in a bikini unless it's really hot, you know, wherever you are, and then you might want to do that. If it's going to be sunny and beautiful, then you know you can put on your shorts and go and you know, have fun outdoors. So that's what astrology is about. It really is just a forecast, a weather forecast for us to gauge the best timing to put our plans in action. And it's great to work when the force is behind you, and Mother Nature, of course, is the force that influences us and all things on the earth. So thank you again for all of your support to my channel. Thank you for becoming, for liking my Facebook posts. I'm putting new things up pretty much every day, great articles. I will be listing some websites that are some of my favorite sites for astrology so that you can look more into Mars retrograde and Mercury retrograde. And you know, just my goal here is to give you as much information as possible to help you make the decisions that you need to make in your life in an enlightened fashion, and help you keep moving forward on your spiritual journey and on your life path. So thank you so much, and let's go ahead and get to the individual sign readings. Hello, Leos. This new moon in Aries is going to be highlighting your 9th house, and since Aries is a fellow fire sign, it's going to be a very positive new moon, I feel, for you, with you really being able to combine your energies with this new moon in Aries energy and take this window that we have between the new moon on the 7th and, say, the next 2 weeks to put some plans in motion so that you can kind of sit back and review them and watch them, you know, watch the progress on them as these planets are going retrograde. After that mid-month time, we're really not going to see a lot of forward motion that is going to yield the results that we want, because Mercury and Mars are going to be reversed, and so the energy is not going to be there for moving forward. It's really going to be a time for kind of laying back and taking a look at what we've already put into action and figuring out if those moves have been good and what we need to do to build upon them, okay, when the aspects are more favorable. So let's go ahead. The 9th house has to do with your philosophy on life, your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs. The ninth house also can refer to long distance trips, trips overseas. It can refer to dealing with people from other ethnic backgrounds or other religious beliefs, other countries. So the 9th house also has to do with things that expand our vision, expand our knowledge. Higher education, going back to college, is highlighted by the 9th house, as well as seeking some higher level of understanding. So there may be the potential for a spiritual awakening during this period, or a retreat of some kind. The 9th house also has to do with publishing. So whether that is publishing a book or publishing a website, it's going to fall under the 9th house influence. So let's just take a look at the cards and see what the message is for you, Leo, for this new moon in Aries period. What is the message for Leo? I'm using new cards here. This is the Dreaming Way Tarot deck, and I'm using the Art of Life Tarot deck as the Oracle card. What is the message here for Leo for this new moon in Aries cycle? The message for my Leos for the new moon in Aries cycle. Message for Leo, new moon in Aries cycle. What is the message for Leo? All right, let's see. felt it was that middle deck immediately. All right, we have the Seven of Wands in the recent past, the Hangman covering right now. We have death in the near future. And of course, we understand that death talks about major changes in our life. Very, very rarely are we talking about physical death. We're talking about transformations, letting go of the old to be reborn again to the new, okay? Crowning, we have the Four of Cups reversed. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the area ruling other people. We have the Six of Wands reversed in our hopes and fears area. And we have the Ten of Pentacles, beautiful card, in the outcome there for you, Leo. What is the underlying message for Leo for this period? What is the underlying message, the basis of this reading? What is the basis of the reading for Leo? The basis of the message here for this reading, new moon cycle in Aries for Leo. The basis here. What's the basis? What is the message? The Six of Cups. Okay, take a look at that. And the message on the Six of Cups is God gave us memory so that we might have roses in December. All right, beautiful card. So, you know, what the Six of Cups talks about is happy memories, memories of childhood, memories of growing up, of past associations, past friendships. It's bringing the goodness and the beauty of the past into the present, okay? Revisiting things. So the Six of Cups is a very appropriate card to get when we're going into retrograde periods, because whenever there's a retrograde, you can be sure that you are going to run into someone, an old friend, run into an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, perhaps be called by an ex-employer, or so the past is going to come forward again in some way. And the Six of Cups here says that that may be the case strongly for you, Leo. And it says that, you know, we have memory so that we might have roses in December. So when we're going through a period of time where things may be very where there may not be a lot of activity in the winter, you know, there's snow out, we're not outside, we're not hanging out much, we're more in our homes, in our cocoons, but we're thinking about what summer is like. We're thinking about what spring is like. We're thinking about the warmth on our skin and the sun on our faces. So we have those things to sustain us through winter. The same thing as when we go through winters in our own lives. You know, difficult periods where there's not much progress or not much growth going on. When we're facing the end of a cycle in our lives. Very interesting where this Six of Cups talks about, you know, the end of a fertile period and moving on to something else in the future. That's what the Death card is bringing that message as well. So let's go through here and see what the full message is from Spirit. Well, we have the Seven of Wands reversed in the recent past. So I feel like there has been some stress going on in your life. There's been some sort of jockeying for your position or trying to hold on to your position against adversaries or against people who may have a lot to say about what you do and how you do it, and really needing to defend yourself. You know, why are you in a position where you feel you need to defend yourself right now, Leo? You know, are there people around you, detractors around you, who are questioning your beliefs? With that ninth house here, we're talking about, you know, your innate values. Are there people who are doubting your values or questioning them, or you are being, you know, you're being challenged in some way on a level that is very deep and very meaningful to you, and you are holding your ground, okay? You are really fighting that off, or fighting that, you know, them off. The Hangman, though, talks about the need sometimes to let a situation go that is no longer of use to you, okay? The Hangman refers to maybe sacrificing something now so that you can win later on, or maybe seeing things from a different viewpoint that you have not seen them before. Okay, in order to win in the end, because sometimes we have to, there may be a need for you to stand down. That is what I just heard. Time to stand down on something that you have been fighting about or fighting for or trying to hold on to, Leo. Now, only you know what that is. I feel it does, though. It is going to have something very strongly about your principles, your belief systems, what's important to you, what is meaningful to you to the core. You may have been trying to convince others, maybe family members, maybe people that have been around you for a long time, maybe people who have been associated for you, affiliated with you for a long time, trying to make your point and bring people over to that point. But right now, what it says is that it may be time for you to give that up and to kind of hang out. Understand that sometimes you can't push forward. There is a need perhaps for suspended animation or to suspend the fight, okay? A retreat of sorts in order to regain your balance, in order to see things perhaps from a different viewpoint. There may be people around you who you've been fighting so hard to get your point across to that you have not been open to their point, or you haven't been open to at least entertaining another side of the argument, or another belief system, or another set of values that are very different from yours, okay? And in the near future, you may find that there is a major transformation that comes as a result of you letting something ride for a little while, okay? You may find a major change in your own viewpoints or your own beliefs that is brought about by being able to kind of stand back and see things from more of an objective standpoint than so subjectively as you are with this Seven of Wands. And this could create very powerful changes in your life. Both the Death card and the Hangman are major arcana. So it means that a higher mind, your higher self, spirit, whatever you want to call that spiritual energy that guides and directs us, may be asking you to open yourself up to the possibility that there is something that you don't know, or that is something that you don't know that can actually help move you along in your on your path, okay? And it may end up being something very powerful and transformative in your life. All right, now and what just came to me now is that Six of Cups can often talk about holding on to the past too long, or holding on to something that you have outgrown. So maybe there are beliefs, maybe there are people, maybe there are situations that you have been emotionally linked to in the past, maybe for decades, okay? Maybe since your childhood or for many years, that now you may need to analyze to see if those associations, those relationships, those partnerships, those belief systems that maybe were instilled in you by your parents or in childhood or by the religious institution that you grew up in, or the religious leaders that were in your life, have been in your life for many years, you may be called to question these things in a way that you have not before. And in doing so, you will now start to create a new belief system or new understanding. Now, There may be change, travel involved in that. There may be higher learning, higher studying involved in this tremendous transformation that may be coming for you, okay? Now, the Four of Cups is reversed in the crowning position. This is your advice card, and I feel like you're looking for something, Leo, okay? You're looking for something to sustain you. What you have been doing before, or what you've been involved in, or what you once believed in, you may no longer believe in on a soul level. You may be bored. You may be looking for something new to attach yourself to. You may be looking for something new to fulfill you, something more fulfilling than what you have believed in before, what you were involved in before. So I feel that there is something. Four of Cups is a very powerful card to me because it always represents a cup of love or a blessing that is being offered to you from the universe, from God, from Spirit. But you are not seeing it because you are so focused on these three cups in front of you. This person on the card, she or he does not see this cup being offered to them from heaven with a brand new wind or brand new message. You know, this looks like one of those conversation boxes between, in a comic book. The message is missing because this person is not yet open to receive it. Now, in the reversed position, I feel that there is even more of that need, strong need for you to look up from these cups and see this cup from the heavens that's being offered to you. It may be a cup of knowledge, of wisdom, of love, as I said, a blessing, a new way of thinking about things, a new way of living that is being offered to you, but you have your hands on your waist there, and that, you know, if you talk about reading body language, that's kind of having a little bit of an attitude, you know, your hackles are up, you've got a chip maybe on your shoulder because you're so focused on what you believe in that you're not yet open for this. So this is the advice card. Be open to something that is being offered to you. Now, there's a Knight of Pentacles, and I think this may be the person in your life who is trying to hand this blessing to you. Look at this Knight who has this coin. Coins can represent money, financial gain, financial blessings, but it can also represent the material, something that can give us stability, something that can ground us, okay? Just generally a blessing that can improve our life, improve our status. This Knight is coming in on a horse, and the Knight of Pentacles is not like the other Knights who kind of come in very quickly, very rashly. You know, they swoop in to create change very quickly in your life. This Knight is more methodical, is a little bit slower and steadier. He'd rather kind of canter in than gallop into your life, but he is someone, he or she, it can be male or female, can be someone of an earth sign quality, which would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, is someone who is a very stable person, very secure. This person has a strong mind, strong belief systems. It takes them a little more time than others to take direct action, but once they get going, they hold on until the end, okay? So this can be someone who's very supportive to you, supportive to your cause, supportive to you perhaps financially, who is perhaps offering you that cup of love that we saw in the Four of Cups, but you may not be seeing it. You may think this person is not your type, or is a little slower moving or slower acting than the usual fast type that you are attracted to. But the message is here to open your eyes to something very beautiful and stable that could be on offer to you. You may need to change your viewpoints or take a different look, a different perspective on your life and on your emotional situation and on your beliefs, your emotional beliefs. In your hopes and fears area, we have the Six of Wands reversed. And I feel like, you know, when the Six of Wands reversed comes up, especially in the fears area, I feel that there is a concern of yours that you are not going to reach your goals, or you're not going to reach the level that you're hoping for. Six of Wands, right side up, talks about success, recognition, accomplishment. So perhaps you are kind of judging this Knight of Pentacles in your life because you're not sure if that person is going to reach their goals or be someone that can, you know, that is going to stay there for the long haul, for a successful outcome. But this person is someone you can depend on to be there at the end. You know, you may have, sometimes the Six of Wands can be an arrogant card when it's reversed. So there may be an arrogant belief or kind of looking down your nose at someone or at a situation because you don't think that it's good enough for you. Very much this is message that's coming here is talking about letting go of outdated, outmoded belief systems, maturing on some level, okay? And allowing yourself to have a rose in December, okay? There, you know, I'm thinking of the Knight that, you know, he may not be offering you just a pentacle here or a cup, but he's offering you a rose perhaps. And that during a period of time where there may not be a lot going on in your life, you know, you may not be in a situation where you're meeting a lot of people or meeting the people that you think you should be dating or going out with or involved with, but there is someone around you who may be offering you a rose. Are you open-minded enough to accept it and perhaps go slowly to see how this situation develops? All right, so interesting. You know, there's a combination here of pentacles, wands, and cups evenly balanced out here with the major arcana. So this can very well apply financially. It can apply emotionally. It also can apply to opportunities that you may overlook because you don't think perhaps the job is good enough for you, or that you're going to make enough money from it because someone may be offering you less of a salary. But it may be something that you want to take a look at that may hold you over. I'm getting you know, this might hold you over until you can reach those lofty goals that you may have, or those lofty desires and ambitions that you may have that may not be ready to manifest at this time. Okay, so don't overlook the in the meantime situation, because there could be a blessing there for you that you need right now, that Spirit's bringing to you right now. Don't miss an opportunity. Well, don't miss an opportunity. The outcome here is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this is one of the most beautiful cards in the deck, and this talks about prosperity and gain and success. It talks also about the type of financial support that you need. It talks about financial gain through family. Very strong here that there may be someone related to your family or someone that you knew in your childhood, that, you know, a family friend, someone you grew up with, or who was a friend of, you know, someone that you knew, that could be very beneficial to you financially in helping you to establish a secure situation right now. In timing here, we're looking at the final card here. We're talking about about the end of this new moon cycle, which would be the beginning of next month's new moon cycle, May 6th. So I feel there is the potential for some financial gain, for some success or some benefit. I'm also getting legacies here. I'm getting monies, that inheritances, possibly. So perhaps, very possibly, this may be applied to some of you. You may hear of the passing of a relative, someone or someone that you knew when you were young, someone from your past, perhaps a distant relative, and there may be an inheritance that is brought to your attention that you receive from someone who knew you when you were younger, and who wanted to leave something for you because they loved you. The Four of Cups, again, that kind of blessing from heaven out of nowhere, and that Knight of Pentacles, kind of something coming in that you from someone who was a very stable influence in your life. Again, an earth sign. So this is not going to apply to everyone, but it might apply to some of you. So again, there is some promise of or potential for financial gain, for support, and for funding, for some sense of security as an outcome of an offer or a gift that is being presented to you. But you need to be open and keep your eyes open for this to come through, okay? And again, there is some link to the past. All right, Leo, so I hope that this reading resonated with you, and I do thank you for your support, for liking, sharing, and subscribing my videos, for checking me out on Facebook. If you'd like a private reading, I'd be happy to be able to do either a mini reading for you or a full-length reading. Please contact me on my website, and I'll be happy to book that for you. Thank you again for all your feedback, and I send you love and peace and blessings always. And as always, I bid you namaste.